I'm standing here at the site of the new hotel project, also known as the Bank of America property. Yes, this building will occupy most of the property that's under development. But you know, there are economic factors, construction costs versus the return on the investment. Some people would say this should be a small boutique hotel, but the basic construction costs might make that not economically feasible. I'm certain the people that are investing in this have done their research on this. But I believe that if people and property owners can meet all the ordinances and codes, then they have the right to invest in this community and develop their property. I'm standing here at the new hotel site. People talk about large hotels only now, but if you go back historically to Highlands, we had the Lee's Inn. That was a massive structure, large footprint, and it was 4 stories before it was unfortunately consumed by fire many years ago. The high side of this new building would not equal the height of the Lee's Inn. I'm standing here at Old Edwards Inn, a historic structure. And this isn't a critique or criticism of Old Edwards. I appreciate what Art Williams and Old Edwards did in preserving this truly historic Highlands hotel. When you think about it, this hotel goes beyond the 35-foot height limit. And like so many buildings here in Highlands, this hotel is located on a severe slope. So while you can comply with the 35-foot height on one side, it's almost impossible to comply with that on a steep slope lot. This applies not only to commercial, but also to residential areas where on the front of a building, the 35-foot height is met, but on the back side with the steep slope, sometimes a commercial or especially a residential building might go 45, 50, 60 or even more feet on the back side. So we have to have flexibility in applying the height ordinance in Highlands because we're not on a flat plane, but on a steep slope. They have incorporated this part of the building with that steep slope to the old historic portion. I think they have done a beautiful job of integrating the old and the new architecturally. I wanted to point out one other thing. People talk about large hotels only now, but if you go back historically to Highlands, we had the Lee's Inn. That was a massive structure, large footprint, and it was 4 stories before it was unfortunately consumed by fire many years ago. I'm standing here in front of the Wolfgang's restaurant, now to be called Town Hall, and it will continue to be a restaurant and bar. I get a number of questions on whether the town board approved this project. My response is no. It has not changed its use. It's a B1 business, and it will continue to be a B1 business that's approved in the zone. On the other hand, they did have to get permits for remodeling and new construction. They got permits from the town and the county, and they will follow all business codes. I'm standing here at this property next to Wright Square. It was rezoned a number of years ago. It was rezoned and a hotel can now be built here. If that's the case, on this side that I'm pointing to, that could be 35 feet tall, and then on this back side, it would be at least 45 feet. The entry would be at the street level on this side, and the back side of the hotel would be here, 45 feet. This again illustrates the challenge we have in our terrain in Highlands, we have distressed, highly sloping lots, and we have to accommodate that for the height restrictions that we have.